We wake up a lot of days and we just say, can you believe that this is our life? We're raising 7 kids right now. It's the most intense, challenging, difficult. It like pushes our marriage to its limits.
It's a lot of work. We're exhausted every day. It's just constant noise, arguing, crying, chaos basically.
Just all of it. It's so hard. But when we're with all the kids, like laying on the ground and they're crawling on us, laughing and having a good time, it's amazing. Like it's the best life.
My name's Amy, and this is my husband Chad, and we have 7 children: Savannah, Avery, Lincoln, Noel, Grayson, Preston, and Gabriella.
Savannah just turned 5, Avery's 3, and the babies are all 21 months old. So we met in 2001. I was working at the grocery store, and Amy and her mom would all shop at the grocery store, and she eventually ended up slipping her number to my manager.
And he secretly disclosed behind his back to me one day that he liked me.
We went out on our first date that New Year's Eve of 2001. We've been together ever since. We decided to start trying to make a family. We both kind of agreed 3 or 4 kids, and then we didn't know the road that we were about to start traveling down, which was infertility. Eventually we went to the medical professionals and asked them, like, is there anything wrong with us? Like, why isn't this working? And they said, yeah, looks like you guys are probably gonna need a little assistance.
They basically narrowed it down to they didn't think I was ovulating on my own. So we did a procedure called Intrauterine Insemination, which is also known as IUI, separate from the better known IVF. We had to wait for a few months before we started trying again, and we got pregnant with Savannah. After she was born, we had a miscarriage. We've had about 4 total miscarriages of 8 weeks and sooner between all of the children that we've had. Savannah's 5 now, and then we ended up having Avery, who's now 3. We've gone through so much loss that the idea of having 3 or 4 kids like we always talked about, for me, changed after having the second baby, because I was always so worried that we would never bring the baby home. We decided to go and attempt for baby number 3. We were to have the 3rd be our final baby. And then we got 5.
We see what we see on the ultrasound. They kind of casually go, okay, baby A is measuring, blah, 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 and then here's their heartbeat, baby B, and they just kept on going down the line. And then they got to D, and they kind of were like, looked like they're gonna stop, and then he goes, let me just count one more time. I can't tell if this one's behind the other one. So he counts again, and then he adds E.
I think I see a 5th one.
Just within 6 minutes, we had 5 additional children. And it was so hard. It's the first night home. Wow! They're all going at the same time.
Whether you have 1 baby, 2, or more, it's just as exhausting. It's just, ours just takes longer. So, our routine, I think in the beginning days, it took us about an hour and a half from start of waking up to feed them through the end.
Every 3 to 4 hours, they had to eat. Both of us woke up and fed all the babies every single feed. And Amy's like, you gotta go to work.
I felt bad because I'm like, obviously I can't feed them all by myself, but at the same time, he's got to go to work and drive an hour at 4:30 in the morning. I don't want him to drive drowsy. But he's like, no, I'm gonna do every feed with you. I can say this now. I didn't believe him completely. I was thinking there's no way he'll do the first one and then be like, all right, you got this? Like, but no, to his credit, he was with me with every single feed.
We kind of just approach life trying to look at how we can make everything easier because it's so challenging.
It was all about speed. Change diapers as fast as you can.
We don't think about it like we're changing 5 diapers every time. We just think it's diaper changing time, where most people would just change 1 diaper. Whenever there's a diaper to change, we just change 5 because everybody's always ready at the same time. Lunchtime! Go the other way, Preston. Go that way. Lunchtime!
No stepping on my stuff. I like when you do hands like that. I don't like when that.
Okay, Preston. Routine is key, and we've done that from the beginning. We're always on the schedule. Savannah and Avery, up by 6:30. We come down there, we get started with the older girls, prep things for the babies. Babies are up by 7:30. bring the babies down, put them right at the table, feeds, and then I'm working remotely. So I go in the garage and need to punch in and start working. And then Amy takes it from there.
I'm a stay-at-home mom, and up until a couple of weeks ago, I was watching all 7 kids during the day. And for us, we always wanted it that way, where I was the one staying home and being able to raise our kids. I'm literally on my feet all day long trying to manage it all, and it's just hard and challenging to try to keep all of the kids entertained and happy and
learning and eating.
Engaged in doing things that are fun for them. And yeah, it's just a lot.
Lincoln! Noel! No! Everybody's taking Lincoln's food. Guys, if you don't share.
Having all these babies at one time, we kind of have unique challenges that people don't have products for. One of the challenging things, once they started eating regular food, is that we needed a place for everybody to sit during meal times. We belong to these different private groups in social media of other families with multiples. And so we see these tables that people have built. That gave us the idea. We're like, hey, let's do this. We got just a piece of paper, and I drew up on the table. I'm like, Amy, like, what do you think is the best scenario where we can all, as a family, all sit at the table together? Because that was something that was important to us. So we drew it on there, and we said, okay, this will fit all of us. And then I'm like, Dad, can you do this? So he got a piece of plywood. He threw it over our old table, and then we dropped in these bucket seats, stained it, made it look like a nice table.
It's really cool because I like the idea of being able to sit and tend to all of the kids easily, and they're all right in front of me. It was well thought out. Next.
Amy actually takes all the kids, all the babies, by herself, puts them in the van, and goes places like a normal person. When we're out, that van is our nursery and our restaurant, and it's just everything. At the beginning, we would just lay them down on seats and change them that way, or...
I think that didn't last long because it was so difficult.
Yeah, we got to make this more efficient. We're like, we need a changing table back here, so we took off the headrests, drilled holes in a piece of wood, and then put the headrests back through those holes so then it's holding the wood in place. Then took just a normal changing pad, put that on top, and then put a little spot for wipes, hand sanitizer, and down below we have diapers, and we just do it as if we were at home. All right, Link. And you are getting a watermelon diaper. Ah!
It's so convenient because, especially when you're by yourself, it makes me being able to try taking them out easier, because I'm like, I don't have to worry about, well, where am I going to put the kids and how am I going to lay all the kids and where are the other kids going to be. So convenient to be able to change them all in there. And we can also, sometimes when we're out for the day, we can have the older girls eating their lunch while we're feeding babies and then changing some. Like, it's just good creation. It's like he's a real life MacGyver.
We try to go out every weekend.
We stand out like a sore thumb when we're in public. I mean, the huge van,
People
gives it away, but...
People take photos of our car when it drives by. And
I sometimes forget we'll be driving and we'll come up to a red light and I'm like, those people keep looking at our car. And sometimes I forget that when we have the kids, that means we have the blue and gray stroller on the back. And so people are like, what? And so they look to see who's driving it. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's why they're looking.
The 5-seater stroller, it's just been so helpful because we'll go to a new playground. It is crazy. Just to go to something where we're gonna let all of the kids roam around. It's hard because we never get a break. We're just running and pulling the kid back and taking things out of their mouths and all that stuff.
It is challenging because then I also get asked a lot of questions, which we're totally fine opening up to people that we don't even know. But at the same time, it's like, all right, I have T-minus 16 minutes before the babies are gonna start crying because they're gonna get hungry. So it makes it challenging when I'm like, do I go out? Do I not go out? Because it's always gonna take longer. And then I can change them before I leave, load them all in the car one by one, which takes a while to walk back and forth, bring all the stuff. And then by the time I get there, sometimes I change them again and then put them in the stroller. And then people are all staring at me. Sometimes I feel like I'm running a daycare, like a 24/7 daycare. A lot of people will tell us when they see us out in public, I don't know how you do it. I can't even imagine. Seeing you take all those kids out of the car seems overwhelming, but it can be done. We do what we do because that's our normal. But when you really sit and think about it all, I'm like, we have 7 kids. That's crazy.
We got to be dreaming right now. There's no way that we have all these kids under one roof. It doesn't feel possible.
But being almost 2 years into it, it's possible. I try to do the best for my family in my role as the mom and wife that I can, and that's all I can do. So sometimes at the end of the day, I feel like the house looks just as messy as it did when I woke up, even though I've been, trying to get things accomplished all day long. But at the end of the day, did the kids have fun? Like, am I in a good mood? Is everyone in good spirits? Are they all fed and alive at the end of the day? I mean, that's what matters. At the end of the day, you just do the best that you can. It's what you have to work with.
Put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, baby steps.